Everybody knows you never go full retard. What do you mean? Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded. Counted toothpicks, cheated cards, autistic show, not retarded. You know Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, slow, yes, retarded, maybe. Braces on his legs, but he charmed the pants off Nixon and he won a ping pong competition. That ain't retarded. He was a gosh darn war hero. You know any retarded war heroes? You ain't full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Ask Sean Penn. From 2001, I Am Sam, remember? Went full retard, went home empty-handed. Welcome back to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? The movie they think they're making isn't a movie anymore. Welcome back, JJ. As we finish off this spectacle of a comedy that is Tropic Thunder.
The action guy.
It's been a tough year for Tug Speedman. Simple Jack, the story of a mentally impaired farmhand, was a box office disaster.
You make my pee-pee maker tingle.
The award winner.
Critically acclaimed Australian actor Kirk Lazarus underwent a controversial procedure in order to play the platoon's African-American sergeant.
I bet I could call up some of them greens, noodle some crawfish out the patio.
You're Australian! Be Australian!
The comedian.
Hey, fuck you. You think you can do what I do?
Ew, gross!
This summer.
I am dealing with a bunch of prima donnas.
Sorry, can we cut?
What is going on here? The scene is about emotionality. Oh, shit!
That's the signal! Go, go, go! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Want to make this movie right? You must put those boys in the shit. Take them off the grid!
The movie they think they're making.
We have rigged this entire valley of death with hidden cameras.
Isn't a movie anymore.
I'm not a patriot.
So,
let's go and make the greatest war movie ever!
This feels pretty real!
Yeah, exactly. Let's use it! Yo, asshole! This motherfucker's dead.
I think I can spot a prop head when I see one.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh, Yeah! Yeah, man!
There were times when I was doing Jack that I actually felt retarded, like really retarded.
Moronical.
Exactly.
An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
When I was playing the character.
Maybe I just knew I had to represent.
Hot damn.
Because they had one good part in here for a black man, they gave it to Crocodile Dundee.
Puppy breaks, kid. That man's a national treasure.
I'm sorry, a dingo ate your baby.
You about to cross some fucking line. It's time to go home.
I have a son now.
You can call me Papa.
I was wrong!
Tropic Thunder.
Sorry, that was really long, but it had to be done. It was one of the... Do you remember like red band trailers when they like first started coming out?
Yeah, on the internets, for sure.
Yeah, like this is... that's one of them, so I had to play it. Sorry, I forgot to... I know I kind of welcomed you back, but welcome back, JJ, to our part 2 of Tropic Thunder. It's good to have you back, dude. And I'm glad you brought this up last week that you listened to the DVD commentary. So I didn't. I wasn't able to listen to it. So I'm excited to hear some of those tidbits.
Yes, sir.
Let's just jump right into popcorn trivia.
Let me tell you something, pendejo.
All right, popcorn trivia. Ben Stiller said nearly all aspects of the Les Grossman character were developed by Tom Cruise. We kind of talked about this last week, including the dancing and the look of the makeup. Stiller said that in addition to the more obvious makeup effects applied to Cruise's face and head and the extra hair on his chest and arms, Cruise also decided to play the character wearing oversized prosthetic hands, which we talked about last week, and the fat hands are amazing. Did they talk about anything else more about Tom Cruise in the DVD commentary?
So every time the DVD commentary is so good because Robert Downey is in character the whole time as Sergeant Osiris.
Oh yes, Osiris.
But yeah, he's still Kirk Lazarus. Anyway, every time like Tom Cruise is on the scene, like he'll go, "Hot damn, TC's crushing in the scene," you know.
That's awesome.
And then, but Stiller did mention, and I think you kind of talked a little bit about it, that like it was almost all improv, like that dance, like what he wasn't ready for, and he just wasn't ready for those moves, and all of a sudden Cruise just busting them out after that with Hader, that one scene.
That is so cool. Tom Cruise probably went and took like hip hop lessons for like 3 months.
1,000% he did, yeah.
Just so he could look awesome.
Big fat hands.
Exactly. Yeah, he probably was like, I need those props while I do these choreography lessons.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so funny. Speaking of Tom Cruise, many have speculated that he based his performance as a vulgar movie mogul on Sumner Redstone. He and Cruise had a public falling out after Redstone had Paramount Pictures terminate their development deal with Cruise. His physical appearance was more than likely based on this movie's producer, Stuart Cornfield. So it's like an amalgam of the producer and then this guy who basically got him fired.
You don't mess with Tom Cruise, man. Like,
no,
he doesn't forget.
Yeah. By the way, don't look up pictures of Sumner Redstone. It will haunt you for all eternity.
So, are they making a spinoff? Have you heard with the Les Grossman?
Yes, I think. No, I don't. I wasn't going to mention that, but yes, I did read that he like this year they were talking about spinning up a spinoff based on his character. I don't know how they can have a whole movie based on that.
Yeah, you would have to have, some heavy cameos by Stiller, Black, and Downey and all those guys, I feel like. Yeah,
like that. It seems like that script would be really hard to write, let alone pull off. But I'm in. I'm in for a Les Grossman movie.
Too. I think TC would pull it off.
Yeah, I love it. My voice just cracked like a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Well, this movie's made for 12-year-olds, so it works out.
Yeah, 12-year-old boys. That's why I'm in character. Okay. In the film, Kirk Lazarus says, "I don't drop." It's talking about dropping character. I don't drop character till I've done the DVD commentary. When recording the audio commentary for the unrated DVD and Blu-ray, Robert Downey Jr. actually spends, like you said, the entire commentary as the character. And then you said he drops it like midway through when he drops the character of the captain, right?
Yeah, about 2/3 of the movie when he goes back to the Australian, the Kirk Lazarus character. He's taking off the mustache and stuff. He literally does the same thing in the DVD commentary. And like the transformation from him going to Lincoln Osiris to Kirk Lazarus is so good on the DVD commentary. It's flawless.
And then you said also that once the credits roll, he goes for a few seconds into Danny Jr.
Yeah, so the very end, once the final credits roll, he's done with Kirk Lazarus. So then he does that and he's done with that. And he goes to Robert Downey for a couple minutes.
That's really
But the whole commentary is great. Every time he's got a scene, he'll like, if Black or Stiller's talking, he's like, "Hey, here I come, everybody. Shut the hell up."
I think I missed out. I think whenever you think about like DVD commentary, you're like, oh, I don't want to watch the movie again. But there's some times where it's the best.
Yeah, Will Ferrell movies are good, but I don't recommend a lot of them. But this one's great.
Yeah, the other one, and this is only because I love this movie because of many reasons, but there's a DVD commentary of The Goonies where all the Goonies get together and they watch the movie and then commentate back and forth.
They goon out together.
Yeah, it's really great. So occasionally you'll get that, and this is for sure. Sounds like one of them.
Yeah. Jack Black in this one, he orders like In and Out midway through, and he orders like 4 burgers.
And wasn't he late too?
Yeah, he's late, and Downey Jr. is just giving him a hard time the whole time, as Lincoln Osiris, about him being tardy.
That's great, dude.
That's pretty good.
Here's something I didn't know. Ben Stiller first came up with the idea for this film while working on Empire of the Sun in 1987. He said in interviews that at the time he had friends who had acted in Platoon from 1986, a movie he had auditioned and been rejected for, and Hamburger Hill, which is also in 1987. And they would go on about the intense boot camp preparation and simulation of war these projects involved, as well as how it made them feel like real soldiers. Stiller found this funny because he thought being an actor in a war film was nothing like being a real soldier in a real war. Like, I love actors and I love method actors. I mean, ironically, we've been talking about Robert Downey Jr., but the fact that, like, these people who we love and we love to give our money to, but, like, they're not soldiers, man. And no matter how long of a boot camp they had and how hard it was when they went back to their trailers or their hotels at night, they're not soldiers. And I think that's funny.
100%. And this movie is so good because it has so many different like levels and satires going on within it. But like the Robert Downey Jr. character, I think, is a play on what you're talking about, like the method acting and how far these actors go for, and kind of like a comedic take on that.
Yeah, I love that. And hey, I'm all in for method acting. It's great, and we get some great performances out of it. But this is probably one instance. Well, there's probably some other ones, but this in particular really does showcase the fact that you guys have never been in war. So sorry.
Yeah, especially when it comes to conflict and war.
Yeah. And speaking of like the grossness and like they're trying to make this look really real, all the like violence and gore, they originally tested the what did you say? Burchell?
Canadian.
Burchell. He didn't die in the film, but in the film within the film, he's gets blown up. And his exposed innards, you know, that part where he's like pulling out all of his guts.
Yeah.
They had real animal guts, but it looked so realistic that they had to go more cartoony and like go like dial it back because it looks so real.
Yeah. Probably a good decision, Ben.
And then another one is they digitally removed excess oatmeal vomit from Jack Black's mouth when he pukes because it was just too much on screen.
That's good. I'm all for that. Good decisions.
Yeah. By the way, like I felt like that was enough. Well, way too much. The oatmeal barf as it was, let alone like imagining it having more seems intense.
No.
I'm okay for like, you know, in movies like Superbad where they like vomit and you know it's coming out of like their sleeve and it's just projectile like out of a tube. That's funny to me, but like when it's like looks too real, I can't do vomit, man. So gross. Yeah,
it's not my type of humor, either one, but I mean, definitely 12-year-old boys like it.
Yeah. Any trivia that we missed that you might have picked up on, like the commentary or anything else before we get into beefs? Puzzles?
I got a couple things.
All right.
So that water buffalo that Black Sun, you know, I guess it was pregnant.
Oh, shoot.
They were talking about it in the commentary, and I guess they named the baby Little Jack.
Poor water buffalo.
He's giving Black a hard time. Well, yeah, it was pregnant, you know.
Well, and Jack Black's not a small gentleman, so.
Yeah, and he's like draped over it, if you recall.
Correct.
You know, his whole body.
I was thinking a lot about Jack Black in this film, about how miserable he must have been because it's so hot. He's heavy and he's like they're in the jungle. I mean, they're in Hawaii, but still it's hot.
The more I watch this movie, the more I respect Jack Black's performance. I think like I underappreciated the first couple times I saw this, and like now he's like one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, and I read a lot about how he tried to do as much research as he could about people coming off of drugs, and he didn't really find any good source material, and he he just made it up. He made up what he felt like it would be. And I thought it was awesome. It was funny, but also like felt real a little bit in some parts, but I don't know. I think it's cool.
He talks about that in the commentary, and like Robert Downey is just completely silent during the whole time. So
that's great.
He didn't want to talk about that. Another trivia. So Robert Downey Jr. actually is nominated for an Oscar in this, which is hilarious.
I know, for Best Supporting
He's
Actor.
actually nominated. Yeah.
Who else was up for that?
So the winner, possibly I think one of the greatest supporting roles of all time, is Heath Ledger from Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did read about that.
But the fact that Robert Downey is nominated, I find pretty great.
Yeah, usually I really believe that there should be a comedy category in the Oscars.
Oh, 1,000%. The Oscars should 1,000% have that.
I mean, I'll probably get lambasted for this, but like comedy is harder. I would say harder to do than drama. Yeah,
when this is brought up with most of the actors will say comedies are a lot harder than dramas for sure.
Because anyone can, I shouldn't say anyone can cry, but anyone can like be dramatic. Even bad actors can be better dramatic actors than they can be funny. Like it's hard to be funny.
Yeah.
And not only is it hard to be funny, but it's hard to be funny in an ensemble and then bring all that together and have jokes that hit and the timing along with the
still
story.
Hit after many viewings, it still hits.
Yeah. Like I my hat's off to comedies, and I feel like they're underappreciated and they need a light shined on them in the Oscars.
I agree. And then I found one other bit of trivia. Do you know who was going to play the Booty Juice guy, the Brandon T. Jackson character, before he signed on?
I thought I read about that, but go ahead and tell me.
Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did read about that. Kevin Hart.
And he didn't want to do it because that character's gay, apparently.
I think he said, if I remember right, he said he couldn't play a character that would kiss another guy only because he felt like he couldn't pull it off. He said it wouldn't be very authentic. It wouldn't be like he couldn't act well enough, which I think. Kevin. Yeah, either way, Kevin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought Brandon does a really good job with it, though.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Especially with him when he calls out Downey. And when he does the kangaroo jumping, when he jumps like a kangaroo, is hilarious to me.
Yeah. I like their interaction a lot. He calls them out. I love their banter. It's really, really great. Any other trivia points?
That's all I got.
Love it.
Where's the beef? Hey, where's the beef?
All right. I have 4 beefs, and these are kind of
quad beef.
A quad beef, a quad burger. These are, as usual, kind of interlaced with some trivia. So, like his character, Kirk Lazarus, Robert Downey Jr. is a method actor and stayed in character as Sergeant Osiris Lazarus even when cameras were not rolling. It's a small beef. It's a mini beef. But we kind of talked about method actors already a little bit, but I kind of like, come on, guys. I like the fact that he's doing it for a joke, right? That I love. I love the fact that he pulled that through so long to hold that joke. But the other actors who do it, it's like, come on, you can, when they say cut, you can, I get it if you need to go somewhere else to be removed from the other cast to try to stay in character. Like, come on.
I'm all for it, especially with this character. I'm sure the cast appreciates it.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's funny. For the joke, it's funny.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a beef. The Southeast Asian gang Flaming Dragon, led by a preteen boy, was modeled after God's Army, a guerrilla army in Myanmar. The group was led by twin brothers Johnny Hatu and Luther Hatu, who were 9 years old when it was founded in 1997. Johnny and Luther were fond of American action movie heroes, especially Rambo. My beef is that there really are like 9-year-old like warlords. What the heck? And they're also like idolizing Rambo. Oh no.
Yeah, they're out there, man.
And also Johnny. Like, what's up, Johnny? All right, the next 2 I have was as part of a promotional tie-in. The Booty Sweat energy drink seen in the movie was available for a limited time on Amazon.
Oh, no way.
So you know what my beef is with that?
What?
That I did not buy some of the Booty Sweat. That I do not have limited edition Booty Sweat in my house.
Yeah, there's no way you can buy it now. It'd be so expired. But yeah, that's a huge bummer. That's a huge beef.
It's a beef that, number one, I didn't get to try Booty Sweat. And then also that I don't have a can like on my shelf that I get to display as a limited edition.
That would look really good. Yeah, your wife and your kids will enjoy that.
All right, my last beef is, according to Ben Stiller, Tug Speedman is partially based on a young Sylvester Stallone. My beef is, please step off of Stallone. He's a national treasure. He's revered among the priests. So just be careful. Be careful if you're making fun of him. Just be careful. All right, Ben? That's it. That's all I'm saying.
He's careful. He's careful.
All right. Any beefs that you had with the film?
Yeah, I got some 2 beefs.
All right.
Double beefs.
Double beef.
One beef was I was thinking of, so you know the TiVo? I just don't think the TiVo holds up well on the rewatch. Is there anything we could replace the TiVo with? Like if somebody watched the Tropic Thunder today, would they know what the TiVo reference?
I bet there's some people that would be lost on for sure.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. What could we replace? Would it be like,
or even like just like it was just like a briefcase, like I don't know, tie it to like some money or some gold or something, I don't know, and have McConaughey throw it that way.
Well, what would like a prima donna actor want on a shoot that other people wouldn't get?
Yeah, and I guess that's like kind of what too it adds to the comedy. Like this is a ridiculous item for Stiller, you know?
Yeah, I mean it has to be something like that, though, right?
Yeah. So just a little beef there. I don't know. I just don't know how well the TiVo holds up.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I also don't have a good enough answer to replace it, but I think it doesn't hold up.
All right. And my other beef, similar to what we were just talking about, is like, where are the comedies today, my man? Like, there's just no comedies being made, I feel like.
That's a huge beef, dude.
2010s, huge time for comedies with the Apatow comedies, the Will Ferrell's in his peak, some solid work being done. And I just feel like, they just died out. And is that because of is that Marvel? Is that streaming? I guess a little bit of everything.
What was the one that I was talking about earlier?
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, no, that is not... That's the comedies that we have right now is the Banshees of Inisherin. No, Super Bad. Like, I feel like, I think that kind of killed it off, right?
Yeah. Mid 2000s. Like, I don't know. Just, there's no comedies being made
that was
today,
2007. So 2007, 2008. I mean,
yeah,
I agree. I mean, I think you start getting these movies like the movie Bridesmaids. I feel like, when was that? Bridesmaids.
Like 2011?
2011, yeah. So, yeah, I think, but even then, like those comedies, you start getting a little too much drama. Like they keep spinning too much drama into it. Like I feel like a pure comedy. But what about Cocaine Bear? Maybe they're coming back. Maybe it's coming back.
I'm excited for that for sure.
I haven't seen Cocaine Bear, but it's coming soon.
Yeah, that's on my list as well.
Cocaine Bear.
Do you think, too, everyone's a little more sensitive these days, too? And so, like, I think with this Tropic Thunder, it's, like you said, this movie couldn't be made today with some of the things they do in it.
Yeah.
People are more scared to take risks these days, I guess, in films. And
yeah, I mean, everyone needs to make a profit, and you can't risk, trying something like this and not hitting. Like, I don't think we get those in theaters anymore. You get them straight to Hulu which is crazy that Cocaine Bear is actually going to be in theaters. But again, that's not
back to Cocaine Bear.
I know, but I'm saying that's not even that risky. Like, they're not going to, what are you going to offend cocaine users?
A movie called Cocaine Bear isn't risky? What?
Well, in the fact that it's not going to offend anyone, are we going to offend cocaine users or bears? Like, they can't offend those people.
I don't think so.
So, that's our last movie with Ray Liotta. R.I.P.
Oh no, I didn't know that was his last one.
It's got to be. It's got to be one of the top 3.
Well, I hope his performance. I'm excited for it.
Maybe he can get nominated. Post. What is it? Posthumous? No, posthumous.
Humulus, something like that.
We're murdering that word. Posthumous. 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 That's the word. We got it. We got there eventually. Shoot. Any more beefs?
No, that about covers it.
All right, let's get into puzzles.
A sphincter says what? What? A sphincter says what? What? Exactly.
All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 puzzles as well.
Quad puzzle.
Here's my quad puzzle. Owen Wilson was originally set to play Rick Peck, who is the Matthew McConaughey character. After his attempted suicide, Ben Stiller gave the role to McConaughey so that Owen could relax and recover. My puzzle is, did you know that Owen Wilson attempted suicide, bro?
Yeah, I remember this.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember that at all.
It was pretty serious, and I think he got some help for it, because I think he's made a pretty good recovery.
I read a lot about it after I read about this, and his brother basically saved his life.
Yeah, Luke.
Crazy puzzle. Another one, Ben Stiller originally planned to play Rick Peck himself, with Keanu Reeves playing Tug Speedman.
Love it.
What do you think about that movie?
Man, it's a different movie, but sign me up. I think Keanu would do awesome in it.
Yeah, I love Keanu Reeves, and I think you're right. It also would be a completely different film.
Yeah. I love the Stiller version, but the Keanu's would be different.
Yeah, it would be cool if you could choose your own adventure, and you had a movie where you're like, would you like Tug Speedman played by Keanu Reeves plus press A. If you want Ben Stiller, press B. But yeah, if I had a fake prop gun pointed at my head, I would.
Is there anybody do you think that could do Downey's role? I don't think who could do this?
It's so hard because his performance is so iconic. It's so hard to pull him out of that role. It has to be someone who is not African American.
It's somebody that could, still be in on the joke, which is of the delusional actor so far up his own butt to see how what he's doing is offensive,
You know what I think might be even funnier is if it's an Asian guy. I don't know why, but it seems funny to me.
At one point, his character is a white American actor playing a white Australian actor, playing a black American soldier, playing a Vietnamese farmer.
Correct. That is Inception inside Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, lots of Inception there. But I don't know who could have done it besides, RDJ.
Yeah, I think we just leave that alone.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's character Les Grossman has fat hands, which we've talked about multiple times. This is funny to me. Les Grossmans, Les Grossmans translates to big fat hands in French. Or big hands, not fat, big hands.
That's funny. That's good. I didn't know that.
Les Grossman is based on a French fat hands.
That's great.
And the last one is, that's a puzzle because I didn't know that. Cruise loves playing Les Grossman. And we talked about this also. He played him at the 2010 MTV Movie Awards. And that year, talk of a spin-off movie about Grossman began. After years of laying low, it was reported in 2022 that Cruise and his co-director, Christopher McQuarrie, are developing the spin-off once again. And he's the guy that's been directing all the Mission Impossible movies with him.
Nice.
And
it could happen.
We said we're in for it. So let's
Did you watch on any special features, or did you see the MTV Movie Awards that year, the Tropic Thunder featurette they did?
I watched one of them, The one where they're in like an office. I didn't.
Yeah. And like Jack Black as Kung Fu Panda, and they're like just kicking him in the nuts and stuff to go viral.
It's so funny. And I even loved Stiller's kid. I don't know if it's his kid, but the kid in there, the teenage kid, he's really great in it as well.
Yeah. Just judging it. It's not viral enough.
I think for sure you should look those up. They're worth your time.
Yeah, it's got to be on YouTube.
Yeah. That's where I saw it. Any other puzzles that you had?
No, that covers it.
All right, let's get into Popcorn Redemption.
I have exorcised the demons.
This is the part we just get a gush and just talk about what we liked about Tropic Thunder. Of course, it wouldn't be a Popcorn Priest if I didn't sprinkle in some trivia. According to Ben Stiller in an interview with Playboy, Jack Black filmed most of the movie with bruised ribs. And the reason why I put that in Redemption is because you and I have been talking about how miserable we think he had. On top of that, he had bruised ribs, dude.
Yeah, and he's such a physical comedic, and does such great things in this movie. That sucks he was in pain.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Jack Black had a hard go in the film, bruised ribs and everything else.
Way to power through, JB.
JB, I love me some JB. All right, I've got a couple more. So I know I use this in the intro with the R word, but I have to say it again. I'm just quoting everybody in this day and age. But in the never go full retard conversation, Lazarus notes that Sean Penn went home empty-handed for I Am Sam, the year of the Academy Awards where Tropic Thunder was eligible for nominations. And we already said that Downey got nomination, and Sean Penn won the Best Actor that year for Milk in 2008. I think that's funny.
And it's crazy again that he got nominated for this.
Yeah, he got nominated, and they were making that joke about him, and then Sean Penn actually wins for Milk. So that's really great. During the same thing, it's like so many levels of meta all through there. It's just awesome. 3 more that I have. The Golden Globes have categories for musical and comedy films, so the fact Downey and Cruise got nominations is not surprising. However, Downey was a big hit on the award circuit for Tropic Thunder. He was also nominated for a BAFTA, a SAG, and then an Oscar, obviously. Downey did not win, losing to Heath Ledger for his turn as the Joker, which we talked about already. I just think it's crazy, and we talked about this already, and I keep saying it, but comedies just don't get enough justice.
Especially good comedies like this one.
Yeah, and we already said we need more. So please, Hollywood, I know you're listening because you got this, you subscribed. Please give us more comedies, man. Like, give us stuff like this. We need to laugh right now. We don't need to be scared about fungus.
Cocaine Bears.
Well, I'm in for Cocaine Bear, but I love like stuff like The Last of Us that's out. I'm watching it, but give me some funny stuff. I need to tickle my funny bone. Last 2 that I have is Ben Stiller loves how seriously Matthew McConaughey took his character of Rick Peck. This is a quote. He came at me with all these questions, like real questions about Rick Peck and where he was coming from and his relationship, and fought for his character throughout the whole process. And I love the fact that all these actors really, what is it that Ben Stiller can get out of these? All these guys just really gave it everything they had for all their characters. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love it that McConaughey took it that serious.
And I love McConaughey.
Yeah, he's so good in this role.
Yeah, and it's not that the fact that it has so many layers. Not only the layers that we talked about with like Robert Downey Jr.'s character, but like the comedy, the action, all these actors, the cameos, all the time and effort that they put into it, the budget, the script within the script. There's so many things that it makes this like a jewel. Like it's so unique.
It hits on so many levels.
And the last one I have is Tropic Thunder went all in on the marketing. Part of that was creating a mockumentary about the making of the film being made in Tropic Thunder, the film, which stars Thoreau as the documentarian. It's called Reign of Madness and serves as a parody of Hearts of Darkness, the iconic documentary about Apocalypse Now. Have you seen the documentary?
I did watch it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, for this, and it's hilarious. You can find it on the YouTubes. It's so good.
How long is it?
It's like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it's not. I think Hearts of Darkness is like long. It's like a long documentary.
But once again, like Robert Downey's just so freaking good in it.
Yeah. But by the way, Hearts of Darkness, I know I might get a lot of flack for this. I actually enjoyed Hearts of Darkness better than Apocalypse Now.
I'm sure some people feel that way.
It's amazing. And so I need to check out the Reign of Madness. That sounds great. But I love that it's only like 20 minutes. That sounds awesome. Anything you want to touch on that's like that we haven't talked about that we loved about this movie before we give our ratings?
No, so once again, I appreciate you talked about the cast because that's one of the reasons why I like this. And then how the movie starts and ends is so unique with the fake trailers we haven't really talked about. I think are so cool because it sets up these characters which we get to know well. I think it's a perfect representation of Stiller and Black's and Downey's character that we're about to spend almost 2 hours with.
Yeah. I'm just thinking out loud here, but have you seen The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
Not yet, no.
Get it on your list. Then I can't say what I'm about to say because you haven't seen this. So my comment will have to remain a mystery because I don't want to spoil it for you.
I'll watch it. I'll remember it.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you about it later.
Do you remember watching these trailers for the first time and going, is this the movie?
Dude.
Or is this another trailer of the movie?
Not only did that happen to me when I watched it in the theater, but this time again, I pushed play and I was like, it just goes right into booty sweat, dude. And and I was like, did it skip? Because I knew they were in there. And then I'm like, I keep watching it. I'm like, when are we going to get to the movie? Like, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, it does take you out of it a little bit, but those are so great. I watched that like 4 times. I just rewound it and watched it again and again and again.
The booty sweat's good. And then so not only does it start with such a strong and unique beginning, but the ending too, the end credits are I think end credits are kind of be like undervalued, and if done right, like they can be amazing. I think this has amazing end credits with Tom Cruise dancing, and then them reintroducing the characters, with the kind of the cool graphic designs. Yeah,
and I think like that kind of stuff is underutilized. It almost gives you like this moment where you know it's over, but you get to spend some more time with some of the characters that you really loved in the movie. Or, bloopers are always awesome. Like, give me some bloopers. Everyone loves watching the bloopers. That's a perfect place to put them at the end.
Exactly. So I just appreciated the end and the beginning of this movie. And then we kind of talked about the scenes. Like, this movie has such good scenes. When you're playing the trailer, when he's the decapitated head and Stiller's just messing around with it gets me every time.
Dude, this movie, I was about to bring this up. Still to this day, I will laugh. Like, it takes a lot to get a guy, I'm watching this by myself. I'm just at my house in my theater to just laugh out loud, like belly laugh. And that scene alone is so great.
Yeah,
like
it gets me. Yeah,
the fact that his jaw is just like kind of hanging there a little bit, and it's jiggling.
Oh, when he starts like trying to eat it,
and then he licks it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, your Carol syrup," and he's like, "Oh, it kind of tastes like real blood."
Your blood flavored corn syrup.
And he like shoves his hand up and so much stuff comes out.
Oh man.
And then when Downey Jr. is like, this guy's dead. And then when they're shooting and he's got one hand out and he's got the other hand like pointed while he's shooting his gun.
Just laugh how funny. It's so good. When he throws the kid off the bridge, that will get me every time too. I like the kid's name is Half Squat, and they toss him. Just toss him.
Having him be stabbing him incessantly in the back.
Oh my god, yeah, they're stabbing his shoulders and the fake blood's coming out.
Because I don't like stabbing is very visceral to me.
Oh, no, who likes stabbing?
Well, I'm just saying, like it's like so, it's so like it hits me, man, and I'm like it hurt, like it hurts, and seeing him just stab him so hard, and he's like,
relentless.
I was wrong, I was so wrong. It's oh my gosh, when a movie like this can make us laugh, genuinely laugh when we're just talking about a scene. I just love
so
it.
The scenes are like, obviously like one of my redemptions, and like when going with the scenes, like this movie's so quotable.
Mm-hmm.
Like the "you people,"
mm-hmm.
and then when Downey's like the Vietnamese farmer, he's like, "I'm a lead farmer."
Dude, there's a movie coming out, or it just came out on Netflix called "You People," and
with
Eddie Murphy
and Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching that. I think
it's going to be really bad.
Oh no, really?
You're my guinea pig. Let me know if I should watch it.
Okay, I'll jump on that grenade for you on that landmine if we're talking about Tropic Thunder.
They had a CGI the kiss at the very end with Jonah Hill's character. I read.
What does that even mean?
Like his girlfriend, they CGI'd the kiss.
That sounds terrible.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, that sucks. Thank you.
Let me know how it is. But my last redemption for Tropic Thunder, which is an excellent movie, is looking like the levels of this movie are just hilarious. It's so layered. Like it's a movie about a fake movie that's actually the movie, which is based on a book, but the book is based on lies, and the lies are by this like fake Vietnam vet, Nolte's character, who turns out to be like the hero at the end. So they're just constantly flipping shit up and down. And
he doesn't have arms, but he actually does have arms. And then he didn't go.
Got a hook, yeah.
He like didn't go to war. There's so many jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know how they wrote the script. It's insane, dude. Bill Hader's character is so nuanced and funny in and of itself, and he's only in it for a little while.
Yeah, him and Cruise are a great duo for sure.
Yeah. I bet I want to see the bloopers on that because I bet Bill was laughing the entire time, dude.
I'd be dying too.
Oh, man. I mean, how do you not screw up? Imagine trying to like not laugh and screw up Tom Cruise's takes. Sounds
I'm sure he's
terrifying.
A serious guy too on set.
Oh my gosh. I think we did it, man.
Oh, that's another beef I have. I want to see Tom Cruise in more diverse roles these days. I know he's like the action hero, but man, when he does roles like this, I feel like he crushes it.
I want to see Tom Cruise in comedies, and I want to see Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men.
Like I need Tom Cruise getting an Oscar is what I need.
100%. I couldn't be more on board with Cruise getting an Oscar.
What about, like, we talked about comedies being underappreciated in the Oscars. What about just full-on action movies? That's really hard to do, too. I feel like if we went back in time and counted all the Oscars, the dramas are going to be, like, way tipping the scales.
Yeah. But I appreciate the Academy nominating Top Gun this year as one of their Best Picture nominees. That was awesome.
Dude, did I call that? I called that. Listen to my pod. I said it was going to be nominated.
Throw it. They should have nommed Tom in there. Throw a nom. I'm not saying he has to win, but throw him a nom.
I agree. This guy, I love me some TC.
That scene with Val Kilmer,
Spoiler alert.
One of the greatest scenes.
It's very, very good. I think we let it breathe right there, man. Tropic Thunder. We did it. And I love it. Please watch it. Support.
What's the rating?
Oh, there. Listen, I know a lot of people, including guests that come on my show, give me grief about giving golden buckets out like haphazardly. I don't care. I love movies, and this gets a golden bucket.
I'm also giving it a golden bucket.
I'm playing it twice each time. So we get our 2 golden buckets become 4 golden buckets because it's a golden bucket within a golden bucket, just like the movie.
Facts.
All right, that's it for this week. But I am with you always. Look for me in the cloud at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you'd share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Another way to support the show is by throwing a few shekels at the priest by visiting patreon.com/popcornpriest and see what extra perks you can enjoy. If you made it this far, go give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcast. I command thee. And as always, thanks for listening, and thanks to my special guest and reoccurring guest, JJ. Always a pleasure, my man.
Thanks, Popcorn.
Good. I appreciate it. I appreciate the friendship. I appreciate the support. And remember, when you watch movies, you can pop off, you can pop in, or pop out, but always bring the popcorn.